something that I want you to sit with throughout this week of like, okay, I'm not going to worry about when the other shoe's going to drop and if something bad's going to happen because I know for a fact something bad is going to happen. It's, and I don't say that in a like doom and gloom, prepare yourself, brace yourself, be scared. But I'm hoping that you're able to hear it in the sense that like something bad's going to happen no matter what. And I wanted to liberate you. I wanted to remind you that whether it's something bad that happens to you, someone you know, someone you love, you still have this one life. And so what conversations do you want to have with people? Who do you want to spend your time with? If you want so badly for your family to be like your boyfriend's family and they're not, that's just not something they're capable of, and you're asking a cat to be a dog, you have a family that wants that already has that for you. And sometimes boundaries are heartbreaking. Boundaries are heartbreaking. Living in our authenticity, living in our values and what we say that we want can hurt. In fact, I'll argue that it is more painful before you get that release, before you get that joy. We think about, our 8-year-old selves, our 16-year-old selves, our 22-year-old selves that thought about their life ahead and what that perfect life would look like. Maybe living in a big city, maybe having a family, maybe having a backyard, like whatever that looks like. And we fantasize and we think of this big, beautiful life. And we can liken it to like a vision board, regardless of how you feel about vision boards. It's great. I want you to dream bigger. I want you to have that vision board. I want you to see that for yourself. But in order to get from where you are to where you want to be, it's not a path of ease. It is a path of resistance and it is a path of struggle. And it is worth it because you have said to yourself, to your loved ones, your higher power, this is what I want for myself. Oftentimes, the thing that we want for ourselves is not something our family has ever experienced before. It's not something people in our inner circle have done. They may think that you're the crazy one. They may think that you're the one going against the grain. Life is good the way it is. Why are you always trying to one up, to do this, to do that? It's because you know you're meant for more. And so, not is it only hard to get from point A to point C, you are the first one, usually, of your family, of your friend group, of your lineage, of your heritage, of your culture, of your community, whatever, to be doing it. To be doing it. If I gave you knitting needles and yarn right now and you didn't know how to knit, you could figure it out, but shit, that would be hard. Like, what? Like, could you imagine looking at knitting needles and yarn for the first time in your life and being like, I'm supposed to make a blanket out of these three things? But if you came from a family where your mom knit, your grandma knit, your aunts knit, every Wednesday they got together and they knit, you'd be like, okay, this is a little confusing, but like, I see how she's doing it. I see how she's doing it. I can figure it out. The path to what you desire most fucking sucks. Like, let's just be honest. Nobody talks about that. All they talk about is getting to the shiny object. Oh, my life changed when I did this and that. Yes, it did. And how painful was it for you to go from being a caterpillar to a butterfly? But the reason we are able to sit in that pain and the reason we're able to come back to it and say, it hurts so much to put this boundary in place. It hurts so much to go no contact with this person. It hurts so much to say no when I know I could just say yes and make their lives easier and make mine easier because I don't want to feel this discomfort. The reason we're able to do that is because you hold that vision for yourself. And when you can't hold that vision for yourself, you need people in your life that we call expanders. Expanders are people that believe in you and can hold that for you. That is your coach. That is your partner. That is your best friend. This is your board of directors that you say, this is what I want for myself. And on my hardest days, when I can't look in the mirror, when I tell myself the meanest things ever, you hold that vision for me, you whisper in my ear, and you tell me it's possible. And then the other expander is the person who has done what you are trying to do. It is the person that has moved across the country. It is the person that has set boundaries with their family. It is the person that has quit their job or started or had kids or chosen not to have kids. It is that person. So it's the one that's going to hold that belief for you when you can't hold it for yourself. And they're going to foster it and they're going to love on it and they're going to let you go into your cocoon and do your thing. And then the other person who is just a few steps ahead of you that you can see yourself in, but you also admire. And those are the two people that are going to help you hold that vision. So I want to remind you that boundary issues are not about other people. It's kind of our way of getting rid of the pain and the shame and like putting it on them. Like, oh my gosh, I can't have boundaries because my mom keeps asking me this. It's true, but like we can take ownership in that as well. Boundary issues are about the moment that you abandon yourself to maintain peace, to maintain connection, to maintain those expectations, to be the good girl. And tonight, I want us to explore that moment. So, based off of everything I just kind